And then there's Mel Gibson, giving a chillingly effective performance as Conrad Stonebanks, the film's villain and a former expendable himself, someone Barney thought he killed years ago. Plus, they inject some young blood into the mix. Kellen Lutz as John Smiley, a cocky BMX rider turned soldier. Ronda Rousey as Luna, a fiercely independent bar bouncer with incredible fighting skills. Victor Ortiz as Mars, a tech whiz with surprising knack for close combat. And Glenn Powell as Thorne, a high-tech hacker and drone expert. It's a veritable army of cinematic legends, and they all get their chance to shine. Now, picture this, a hefty budget of around $90 million. That's $90 million fueling the explosions, the car chases, the intricate stunts. This isn't some cheap, CGI-laden imitation. This is real practical effects, with real stuntmen risking their necks. You can feel the impact of every punch, every explosion. The story itself? It's classic Expendables. It's not Shakespeare, but it's exactly what you want from a film like this. Barney and his team are on a mission to stop Stonebanks, a ruthless arms dealer who was once a co-founder of the Expendables. But Stonebanks is cunning, resourceful, and he knows Barney inside and out. He wounds Hail Caesar severely, prompting Barney to disband the old team, believing they're getting too old and vulnerable. He then sets out to recruit a new, younger team, thinking they'll be more suited to taking down Stonebanks. But, as you can imagine, things don't quite go according to plan. The young guns get captured, and Barney is forced to reunite with his old comrades for one final, desperate mission. The film takes you on a whirlwind tour. Filming locations spanned across Bulgaria, at the new Buena Film Studios in Sofia, and various locations within the city itself, providing a backdrop of Eastern European grit and industrial decay. A portion was also filmed in Israel, adding a touch of Middle Eastern intrigue to the mix. The landscapes are as diverse as the cast, from crumbling buildings to bustling city streets, giving the film a truly global feel. Let's talk about the cinematography. It's not subtle. It's bold. It's in your face. It's unapologetically action-oriented. The camera swoops and dives, following the action with relentless energy. Slow motion is used sparingly but effectively to highlight the most impactful moments. And the explosions? Oh, the explosions. They are captured in all their fiery glory, filling the screen with light and heat. It's all about maximizing the visceral impact. The music, composed by Brian Tyler, is exactly what you'd expect. A bombastic orchestral score that perfectly complements the on-screen mayhem. It's the kind of music that gets your heart pumping, your adrenaline flowing, and makes you want to punch a brick wall in a responsible way, of course. Okay, now let's address the elephant in the room, the Bruce Willis situation. Originally, Willis was slated to reprise his role as Mr. Church, but then reportedly, he asked for an exorbitant amount of money, something like $4 million for 4 days of work. Stallone, understandably, wasn't happy. He publicly called Willis greedy and lazy on Twitter and replaced him with Harrison Ford. This whole debacle definitely added a layer of behind-the-scenes drama to the film's release. And truthfully, Ford steps into the role seamlessly. He brings a different energy, a more world-weary cynicism. That actually works really well. Now, The Expendables 3 wasn't exactly a critical darling. Many critics pointed to the film's predictable plot, its reliance on cliches, and its occasionally shaky CGI. It got a lot of mixed reviews. And yeah, it's true, the story isn't groundbreaking. You're not going to find deep philosophical insights here. But that's not the point. The point is to deliver a pure, unadulterated dose of action-packed entertainment. And while it didn't win any major awards, let's be honest, that's not really what these movies are about. It did perform reasonably well at the box office, grossing over $214 million worldwide against that $90 million budget. It wasn't a runaway success like the first two, but it still proved there was an appetite for this kind of over-the-top action spectacle. Here's what makes it stand out from other similar films. First, the sheer scale of the cast. No other action franchise can boast this many iconic stars in one film. It's like a cinematic Avengers for action heroes. Second, the commitment to practical effects. In a world of increasingly relying on CGI, The Expendables 3 goes old school with real explosions, real stunts, and real fight choreography. It gives the film a sense of authenticity that is often lacking in modern action movies. And third, the self-aware humor. The film doesn't take itself too seriously. It knows it's ridiculous, and embraces that ridiculousness with open arms. The characters constantly crack jokes, poke fun at each other, and acknowledge the absurdity of their situation. Now, there were some controversies. Beyond the Willis firing, the biggest one was a PG-13 rating. The first two Expendables films were rated R, meaning they were more